How's it going, guys? Today we're showing you how I made this reptile rack for in the future when these guys have some babies.
Alright, I just got these tubs and we're going to be making a reptile rack system. Decided on this new build for baby blue tongue skinks when I start breeding them more. Going to need more room, so let's do it. Alright, so we're going to be making the rack out of this metal pipe stuff. It's this blue stuff here, as well as melamine board. Okay, the frame's now done. We put wheels on the bottom so we can move it around. Next stage is putting the wood on for the tubs to sit on. Alright, so the rack's all together now, and we got all the bits of wood for the shelving. What we've done is we've routed out that bit on each one of them for the heat cord to go. How we did that was we just made up this template, another bit, put it on top, and used the router to route it out. Some are a bit better than others, but doesn't matter, it's going to be all covered up anyway. So yeah, that's going to be on each level, and what happens then is you have a tub in there, and it creates, and it's just on like a bit less than a third of the enclosure. So that's the hot side for the reptiles. They can get their heat, and then they have the other side with no heat for the cool side. So yeah, that's how the rack works. Alright guys, the rack is now finished, and I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. Everything's in, all working. So what we did after we put the heat cord in is we covered it all with some aluminium tape that just stops it from coming out of the slots and helps distribute the heat a bit. See, that's how we did the heat cord. So the heat cord just runs through each part on the rack, comes out the back, goes down to the next one, loops around again, comes back down, next one, next one, next one, and then it just comes back up to here, to the thermostat. This is where we put the power point for it, and you just plug it in here. That's only a little crappy thermostat right now. I'm going to be getting a better one for it, but I'm not keeping anything in this at the moment, so that's alright for now for just testing out. The tubs, we also put some holes in the tubs for ventilation. Might have to put some more, I'm not quite sure yet, but yeah. So some reasons we picked these tubs was they were a good size. They're a bit wider than some other ones I found, and I thought this thing was cool. I can write something on there if I need to, if I'm ever confused about what's in the animals or whatever I need to do. I can just write it on that little bit. So yeah, the tubs, we flipped these parts as well. They were the other way, but we flipped it this way, so you can just tuck your fingers under and pull it out, push it back in. And yeah, turned out pretty good, I reckon. Something to also know about the heat cord is that if you just plug it in without a thermostat, it's just going to keep heating up. It's going to burn the belly of your reptile. So make sure you always use the thermostat with it. And yeah, that's just what I got there, the thermostat probe. This bit right here. It's just there sitting on top of the heat cord, which is, so it'd be like just what it's like in the tub. And I positioned it so it's basically in the middle of the rack, so it gives like a fairly accurate temperature for each tub. Because if you put it right at the top, then the ones at the bottom are going to be really cold, and if you put it at the bottom, then the ones at the top are going to be really hot. So the middle is the best place to put it. So this rack is mainly for when these guys have some babies, but as well as the blue tongues, I'm also thinking about, you know, maybe putting some geckos in here, or some sand swimmers maybe if I have the room. We'll see what happens in the future, but I'm definitely thinking maybe some sand swimmers. So I'll be able to live in this, and yeah. Otherwise, definitely the blue tongue babies. And yeah. For those who don't know, who wonder why I'm going to be keeping blue tongues in a rack without any light, blue tongues actually don't require UVB unless, well, as long as you provide them a good diet with vitamin D3 supplementation. And they'll do absolutely fine without UVB in these tubs, no problems whatsoever. So yeah, I don't want to start any debates on whether or not they need UV. Lots of people do it like this and they have no issues, so that's all I have to say about it. So yeah. So thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure you like, comment, share and subscribe. Tell me what you think of the videos. More content coming soon. And I hope this gave you some ideas maybe if you wanted to build one yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.